And this is one thing, or there are two things people don't understand, too, when they hear about, or don't recognize. So when they eliminate qualified immunity for these cops, all law enforcement, they can no longer get violent. They can no longer break windows, drag people out of vehicles. All you frauders get to no longer have any more fun. I'm gonna love that. They get rid of it. Can't force Terry versus Ohio. No more Terry stops. Statutory laws, UCC drops because it's all based upon qualified immunity and other immunities and protections for it to exist. So, when they lose qualified immunity, the people in these imaginary states get to be free. Will no longer be controlled by the states, oppressed by the states. No more state laws. You bother someone, you create a victim, you get in trouble. That's it. There ain't no more. I'm going to walk up. You look suspicious. I'm going to create excuses. Oh, conspiracy. You're committing a conspiracy, or I'm going to conspire with others to, violate your rights. Because there's too much stuff that says they can't do what they're doing under qualified immunity. 42 U.S. Code 1983. 18 U.S. Codes 241 and 242 and 247. And there's another one. There's 4 of them. They can't do what they do. So all you out there who believe they can, well, they can because of statutory law. When statutory law falls, after qualified immunity is gone, because they can't enforce it, qualified immunity gives them the right to enforce it. So they can't enforce it. It disappears. We can travel without a license. A U.S. citizen, look it up, a federal U.S. citizen does not need a driver license to travel in their vehicles on the roads and highways. Oh, I'm a state citizen. I live in the state. I'm a resident of a state. Well, then you have to. Because you told them you live in their jurisdiction. And you are in their jurisdiction when you take on that all caps name the states created. We have to reject all of this. And it falls. Everybody's rejecting government. The majority is not voting. Even a bunch of those that was voting ain't voting anymore. They're waking up. The system does not work as how it's supposed to. Trump's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's acting. Oh, it looks like. Oh, they're putting it out there. It looks like. Oh, they're going to it. They're doing it. No, they're not until they're doing it. It is not being done until you see these people in prison, being killed, defending themselves from being, like regular people do. When the cops come for them. When there's those regular people that want to sit there and defend themselves from them. Because they're coming in the wrong manner. Unconstitutionally. Qualified immunity says Constitution's null and void. You have no rights. They're finding this out. My qualified immunity to be able to do an investigation and get what I need to protect the state and its laws from being broken and turned into a victim, imaginary victim. It's all imaginary world. So I can put you in jail or and then prison possibly and make extra money. We can steal your stuff and make money off of it. That's how it works. They can be thieves. Qualified immunity is what thieves need. Murderers, criminals, to commit crime. Just think if they said all the criminals were letting them out and they all got qualified immunity. They can do whatever they want. They won't get in trouble. It's the same thing. And we're going to say, you get a special suit, so we know what you are, because we gave criminals qualified immunity, so we know not to touch them. That's why they put them in a costume. That gives them qualified immunity. That costume. That badge. And the label that comes with the authority. That's the only thing they give authority to, is the badge and the label. Police officer, sheriff, state trooper. Those have authority. The person acting as those don't. The laws don't specifically state the person or the individual, natural human, working as the label and wearing the badge that is given authority. The badge is given authority. Not the person. Not the one acting as the whatever. They're actors. It says it in their codified law. Look up the codified law. Where does it state in their codified law that they are actors? They are acting their positions. It'll tell you plain and simple. They're actors, just like Hollywood, just like TV. And that's where it's put for entertainment. It's on TV instead of keeping that aside. You know, people, unless it's a dangerous criminal, it needs to be known and all that. You know, you're caught drunk driving, you're caught, just stupid stuff. It shouldn't be on blast. It shouldn't be on the news. It's little stuff. It's when you bother somebody else so people can know what you look like and can know, and then be able to, if you're ever out again, that's a dangerous person. Because I know, I was told, that person likes to bother and mess with people. Or if they kill them instead, that won't be going on. There won't be nobody out there killing and murdering and robbing and all that. We kill them. No more jails and prisons and whatever. There's no doubt. You kill them. You catch them. You see me. You're standing there. And I'm not paying attention. And you see me sit there and murder someone. Or about to. You have a gun on you. Or an arrow. A crossbow. And they don't have to be huge. They can be little crossbows. A foot wide or a foot and a half. Maybe just a foot wide. Huge. Can hold it one hand. They wouldn't even hear anything. And you could save the person. You kill me, and then you just save the person, and then that person's the witness, because that person's still alive. And you don't go to jail. You don't get killed for killing that person in the name of justice. Instead, okay, if that's what really happened, there's two of you here, and this one's got that knife, and we got fingerprints today, so we can get the fingerprints off of that. Oh, yeah, that's the only fingerprints on that motherfucker. And they're in the right position for how the other one said he was holding it about to dab my real quick, loaded and ready. Ain't no, and it's too late. Already got it in there, or him. By the time you take that safety off, when you pull it. Seconds count. Pull it, bang. Seconds count. Pull it, gotta turn the safety off, then aim to shoot. Yeah, you're too late. Done got stabbed. Done got shot. Because there are a lot of stupid people out there that they don't go to shoot someone. Usually in movies, you don't sit there and talk to someone when you're about to kill them. You just say a little bit, then you pop. Most other people are true gangsters. They don't talk. They just pop, 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 pop. Real life, reality. Stop living in fantasy world right here. Look at reality. Things you see in movies, a lot of that crap, TV shows and cartoons don't happen the way it shows you. Because they don't want you to see the truth like they used to show us in the very beginning when they started showing blood and gore on movies and stuff. And they showed how bad it would look, but even worse. So that way it would scare people, as kids, as they're watching that growing up. I don't know, that's gross, that's nasty. But then there's some that's they're crazy and they're going to do it. Want to see what it's like. But I can't wait. They lose their qualified immunity. Statutory law disappears because they can't enforce it without it. They can't get violent without it. You can say, I enforce amendments to the Constitution 1 through 14. You got to say 13 and 14. That takes you out of the state's control. You're a federal U.S. citizen first, by birth. Not a state citizen by birth. Just says where you're born on that piece of paper. And it's hearsay too. So, you're a federal U.S. citizen first. You already have rights. You can travel without a license and any of that because the government does not provide it. It does not say you have to have one in any state you live in. So you all take care. Bye.